Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty, the crappy artist. Today we're going to be playing with more markers. And these are a little disappointing because when I got them on Amazon, these are the reason why I'm just not going to be getting any more random, off-brand markers on Amazon anymore. Because you may remember a few weeks ago, I did this one. 60 pieces, they're just called art markers, They came with 2 white gel pens and 2 black markers that were dual tip. They had a fat tip and a fine liner. And a few weeks later, I ordered another set. Completely different listing. Although the listing that I got this one from also had the 60 pack. Same colors, well, mostly the same colors. There may have been different colors. I didn't look through all of them, but so I did the 61 a while ago. We're gonna do these this time. Check it out. They just called art markers. So they're obviously a generic that anybody can get and put their own name on, because this one they called, when I got it, it had a name. Oh, there it is. It was that ADTOALL thing listing. Yeah, right there. So that's the listing for this. And here's the listing for the 48. Let me see. From a different seller. They call themselves the Spriak store. So we're gonna try these. Oh, yeah. So, like I said, that 60 pack came with 2 white gel pens and 2 black fine liner markers, outliner markers. And this is the reason why I know that they're absolutely from the same set. Because they have the same accoutrements that have come with them. So, I mean, this pack worked just fine. This was the one that came with a solid tray in the bottom, so they don't get all messed up. And this one also comes with a solid tray in the bottom so that they don't get all messed up, which is nice. I really like the solid tray. It's the very least that they could do. But yeah, so they look like they're the same markers. They're different colors mostly. There are some repeats, of course, but they're different colors. So we'll see what happens. Let's just get right into it. Okay, if you are familiar with the way I do things, you understand that I need my grid in order to figure out what the colors look like on this paper. So I'm going to make a swatch page. I'm going to write down all of the names of the markers, and then we'll go through and we'll go swatchy, and then just watch as they all magically appear. Wouldn't it be nice if they could do that? I'd be all like, I want this color there. Thank you. Yeah, no, I don't know. But, I mean, there's some pretty good colors. It's the standard range for these cheap markers. I find that they have 1 or 2 varieties, and the vast majority of them have, the exact same colors. With the same names and everything, which is good, consistency is good. We like consistency, but I don't know. Like I say a bunch of times in this video, probably, I don't think I'm probably going to keep buying, off-brand markers off Amazon anymore. I mean, we'll see. I'm not like I'm really paying for them, because I could probably find dozens of these off-brand markers. and they all come from the same manufacturer. You know, they all have the same art markers on the inside. Well, that's not entirely true. I only found 2 packages that were exactly the same. One was a 48 pack, one was a 60 pack, and the one that I got the 48 pack from comes, you can get a 60 pack. But I just don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, these markers work really well. They're alcohol markers. Alcohol markers are really, really, really hard to mess up as long as you don't want to do anything really super spectacular with them. Like, I didn't try blending them. I do try layering them a little bit, and I found that they do what cheap alcohol markers will do when layering them. They will give you, it's not a solid color transition. Like, if you put down a blue and put down a yellow on top of it, it's kind of a mottled green. And I find most alcohol markers do that. Just some of them are a lot worse at it than others. I imagine that the ones that leave this blotchiness are also going to be the ones that don't blend into each other very well, because they're going to leave a bunch of splotchiness. But yeah, I mean, they work. They're alcohol markers. I have a few more sets of markers to go, but we're getting to the end of the run. Be another couple months because I don't want to do them all at once. I'm trying to intersperse them with crafts and stuff. I have a big dragon clock I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do it for, I don't know when I'm going to try to get it in, but we'll try to get it in soon. We'll see what kind of time I have this week. And then we'll see if it's up next week. Gosh, I really hope so. I really lost the thread with the cat on the right. I mean, yeah, the one on the right. Yeah. Whew. It came out really well, but the face was supposed to be a little bit more mirrored. But yeah, I mean, it didn't bleed through. I mean, it didn't bleed through onto the next paper, but it definitely bled through. Well, those worked basically exactly how I figured they were going to. Some of them were super juicy, some of them were not quite so juicy, but none of them were straight up dry, which is good. So here they are. And I did forget to use the gel pen. But you know what? If these are the same as these, then these are going to be the same as those two, and these actually worked really, really well. I did use this to make my grid, to make my swatch. Whoops, helps if I show the right side. So, I mean, the pen works, obviously. I'm sure these work because the last set worked. But here's my art, and this is another one of those ones, you know, where I did it via AI. I said, AI, draw me a coloring page with cats. And it didn't draw this. It drew something much worse than this. And then I, you know, traced and did my own thing, and that's how I got this page. So, markers. I will, of course, leave the link in the description. I don't remember what these were called. Spriak. I said it wrong the first time. I think I said Spriak the first time when I was doing my intro, but it's not. It's Spriak. That makes a lot more sense. So, Spriak are the same as, I still never really figured out how to pronounce this. Adidol. I have no idea. But you know what? They work. The markers are cheap. The markers work well. So I will leave just, you know, links in the description for y'all to go get them. Like I said, these came with 2 each gel pens and black pens. It's got a fat black tip and it's got a fine liner tip so that you can have a couple different, you know, line weight variations if that's your thing. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. So with all that being said, I hope you had a good time watching me color. I hope I said some interesting things in my voiceover, which obviously I haven't done yet, like I said. And until next week, stay safe. Where are you going? Yep. Yeah, this is about right. Oh, okay. All right.